Hello and welcome everybody to another Bloomburrow draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at rank number 56. We did get a very nice trophy, almost went undefeated, but went 7-1 with a very sweet Simic Frogs deck. One of my favorite archetypes to draft in the entire format. And hopefully we can go back-to-back trophies here and continue cutting down this Mythic ranking so that we can get into the single digits, but of course we have a long journey ahead. Now, before I start this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. That's if you want singles, booster packs, booster boxes, TCG Player is the place to go. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, if you want Magic the Gathering supplies, HeavyPlay.com is the place to go. HeavyPlay.com will give you access to premium deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, you name it, they got it. Make sure you check them out. HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, pod starting. Another sweet rare, maybe? That is a rare. I guess you could call it sweet, but it's not particularly good. For the common good is the rare here for us. Taking a look at this pack, nothing at common really stands out. Treeguard Duo, I believe, is the best common in this pack. At uncommon, we have a couple of options. The two that stand out to me are Brightblade Stoat and Wick's Patrol. Now, if I wanted to draft kind of a more slower controlling deck, I could take Wick's Patrol, or if I wanted to beat people down, I could take the Stoat. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for just controlling decks. So I'll take Wick's Patrol over the Stoat. I just feel like there's more cool things you can do with the Wick's Patrol, and I can try to draft a deck around the Patrol and move accordingly. Taking a look at pack number 2, we have a bunch of really great uncommons here. Vinereap Mentor, Driftgloom Coyote are both very solid, but they both commit me into a second color. There's also a Seedglaive Mentor, which is fine, but of course very far removed from the Wick's Patrol that we have. And then at common, the best card by a pretty wide margin is Nocturnal Hunger. And I do believe that I'm going to take the Nocturnal Hunger here. If I do end up in black-green specifically, Vinereap Mentor is definitely the superior option. But we don't know what our second color is going to be, right? We don't know what's going to be open. But what I do know is that if I take Nocturnal Hunger plus the Wick's Patrol, it's going to be hard to move off of black, and I have two very solid black cards to start my deck. Noting that we are passing both the Coyote and the Vinereap Mentor. So, gonna take this because we first picked the Wick's Patrol. Had we first picked a green card, that would be more interesting. If we first picked the green card, then maybe I consider taking the Vinereap Mentor. But as is, let's just go ahead and take the slightly weaker card, but the card that I think is more likely to make our deck, given the first pick Wick's Patrol in the Nocturnal Hunger. All right, going into pack number 3. Much less exciting pack here. There's an Uncharted Haven, but I think I'm still going to try to take one of these commons here. There is a Life Cree Duo and a Glide Dive Duo. If I wanted to go, let's say, black-red, black... The thing is, if I'm black-white specifically, I'd rather have the Life Cree Duo. But I also don't mind the Glide Dive Duo, and I don't like the Life Cree Duo enough to consider just taking it, because if I take the Glide Dive, if we see red cards, we can still go black-red lizards, which I do feel is quite strong. This is a bat lizard, so I will take the Glide Dive over the Life Cree Duo, just because this allows us to stay the course here, and yep, we are just going to continue cutting off the black cards here, noting that that is a 4th pick Shoreline Looter, and Shoreline Looter is extremely strong, and one of the cards that will pull me into moving into blue, but Savor is close enough in power level that I'm still just going to take it. Especially when I'm playing a deck with Wick's Patrol, I'm really looking for cheap interactive removal that allows me to survive into the late game so that I can really leverage the Wick's Patrol. So I will take the Savor here over the Shoreline Looter because it just keeps us on rails. It just keeps us black. And look, I mean, black is super duper open. And honestly, it feels like maybe blue can also be paired with black, given that we do see the Daring Wave Rider. But why? I don't need to. I just take the Nocturnal Hunger. Noting that I do see a Moonrise Cleric, so that is an option we can move into. Or we can still move into blue if we continue seeing the blue cards. But as long as I continue seeing premium black removal, I'm just going to keep taking the removal spells here. And look at this! 6-pick Savor. I can just draft mono black. There is no way a Savor should still be in this pack, we are just seeing only black cards with a smattering of blue cards. So that does feel like maybe that's where we need to be. I'm not seeing a whole lot of green. I'm not seeing a lot of the white cards either. And we are seeing some red cards. We are seeing some red cards. So that is also another direction that we can consider as we continue going down this draft. Now, here's the thing. I haven't seen a whole lot of green cards. Now, this is a really interesting pack, though, because there's Cash Grab, which is great in black-green. Pawn Profit is good, but not really. If I'm not blue-green, I don't like it as much. And then there's also Head of the Homestead if I wanted to go black-green. So I wonder if this is a sign that I should potentially move it to black-green, or should I take the Agate Blade Assassin, which could act as a decent card in both black-red and black-white? That's the tough thing, because I haven't seen a whole lot of squirrels. But Cash Grab is incredible. All right, I will take the Cash Grab here over the Agate Blade Assassin. I don't know if that's correct, but this is a very, very strong card. That's another Cash Grab. Maybe people in this draft are undervaluing it. I don't have that many permanents just yet, but it's so good, I think I'm still just going to take it here. Certainly could take Playful Shove or Coruscation Mage, but I'm just going to take double Cash Grab here and see if that's where we want to go. Moving into this pack here, we have Playful Shove, Ravine Raider, and Alania's Pathmaker. I'm going to take Ravine Raider because honestly, if I do want to go Lizards, I think this card is just better than the others in general. So let's take it here in case Black-Red does end up where we want to be here. Don't really like the Kindle Spark Duo. Don't really like Bandit's Talent either, unless I end up in like Blue-Black Control maybe, but I guess I'll take it here. White definitely does not feel open to me. I'll take a Conduct Electricity. Maybe green is not so open either. But I will take the Raccoon Rallier in case maybe we end up with some weird black-red deck. And there's a Frilled Spark Shooter. So, a weird start, I will say. Lots of black removal. Great black removal in Double Saver, Double Nocturnal Hunger. And now I'm just going to take another removal spell, noting that I do now want to focus a lot on my permanents at this point. But Consumed by Greed is a premium removal spell, especially since we're heavy in black. So I will take that there. Another Pawn Profit here. There's a Clement. I do love this in blue-green, along with another Pawn Profit. There is a Sugarcoat, but I don't really care for more removal. I can either take Agate Blade Assassin or Thorn Plate Intimidator. And I think I'm just going to take the Assassin just because it's something that's cheap. So let's just go ahead and take that here. There's a Wick's Patrol. All right, we are doing the control thing. Kill all of your things, play Wick's Patrol, kill more things, maybe table a Hazel's Nocturne, get back Wick's Patrol. That is our game plan. Now, we are seeing a bunch of Lizards cards here. There's also Splash Lasher. But I'm going to slam this Wick's Patrol. Look, Double Saver. So that's something that counts as a 2-mana card. Gains us some life. We saw the Cash Grabs, but didn't see a whole lot of green cards, so maybe that's not where we want to be. But again, I didn't really see a whole bunch of the white cards either. Maybe we just are still supposed to be blue-black, despite passing the Shoreline Looter. Because Daring Wave Rider looks fantastic with these removal spells that we have. And what are we missing out on here, right? This is not really a great Treeguard Duo deck. There's nothing really that's great in the Lizard deck. There's a Thornplate Intimidator. The Daring Wave Rider is so is so strong that I think I'm going to take it here and try to make this work. I'm going to ignore this Baker's Bane Duo just because, like I said, I feel like Squirrels just wasn't where we needed to be. So I'm not going to take it here. There's a Pawn Profit, though. Is that good in blue-black? I'm so heavy black, I don't think so. I'm just going to take Dazzling Denial here as just another 2-mana play because I'm going to stake my claim here, or hope to stake my claim here, and take this Dazzling Denial to see if maybe blue-black is where we need to be. But now this is a pack with no black cards. 3-Tree City is not something I'm too interested in. I mean, do I come back here and take, like, Treetop Sentries because we have a lot of ways to make food? Certainly seems better than Treeguard Duo in this style of deck. So I'll take it here just because I think Night Whirl Hermit is quite bad. And then take a look at this pack. No birds in my deck, so that's not really where I want to be. There's a Bellowing Crier and a Clifftop Lookout. Clifftop Lookout does seem quite sweet, just because I am looking to ramp. So I don't like this card as much in this format, but it looks like maybe we can consider drafting some kind of just black-green mid-range deck that doesn't really care about squirrels if kind of the cards break our way. Blue getting cut off, but that's not surprising because we passed the Shoreline Looter. So I guess for a brief second, we wanted to consider that color combination, but looks like I'm going to be off it for now. Is this a Stalking the Pantry deck? Not especially. I'll take a Tree Guard Duo, even though I don't think it's an especially good card in this deck. And now I'm going to take, not seeing a whole bunch of the Lizards cards here, I guess I'll take a Hidden Grotto here. And then I will take, ooh, this is interesting, Mudflat Village or Oak Hollow Village. I normally like Mud. Does this get back Rats? Okay, I'm going to take this because getting back Wick's Patrol seems incredible. Here, I'll take Light Shell Duo in case we do move back into blue-black. There's another... Do I want 2 Dazzling Denials? I don't think I ever play 2 Dazzling Denials without any birds. Okay, and there's an Otterball Antics. All right, well... We have some blue cards. They're not especially strong. Had I taken the Shoreline Looter, we could have been somewhere else, but I'm going to take Camellia. We have several ways to make food, and now we're just going to take this because it's incredibly powerful. There's a 3rd Wick's Patrol and a Hivespine Wolverine in the pack, but we're just going to take the Camellia and just kind of force this here. Now, I did have the option, and now I am very sad about it. I did have the option to take a Baker's Bane Duo, and I'm pretty upset that I don't have it now. But it is what it is. And here I do need to prioritize some early plays. I do have some removal spells. And as much as I like Consumed by Greed, given that I have the Camellia, given that I have no 2-drops and I want more squirrels, I will take Baker's Bane Duo here over Consumed by Greed because I have 5 removal spells plus the double copies of the Wick's Patrol here. Continuing to just try to take creatures for my deck. So I will take the Brambleguard Veteran over Stargaze, Tree Guard Duo, just because it's a decent 3-mana creature. Our mana is not perfect. I will take Corpseberry Cultivator here. Our mana is not perfect, so I will be looking forward. I will be looking for the Uncharted Territory if I do see it. There's also Bonebind Orator. I wonder if I should take that over Corpseberry Cultivator. Yeah, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna take the Bonebind Orator just because of the fact that it's a 2-drop. Just gonna really lean into the fact that it's a 2 for my deck. Although here, because I have the double Wick's Patrol, this one's closer. Like, do I take Bonebind Orator because I have double Cash Grab, or do I take the Root? I think I still just take the Orator. I like the ramp, but I just like also having squirrels with the Camellia. Here, we are definitely seeing some blue-black stuff, but I'll take Barkform Harvester just because it's, again, it's a squirrel. We have several ways to mill ourselves. It fills the curve. And we are a little bit light on playables here. And now, 3 Tree Mascot or High Stride? We are struggling here. I'll take the High Stride, I guess. It is a combat trick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 0 black cards or green cards, unfortunately. There's the Cultivator, though. Very happy with that tabling. Oh, we could have also taken a Vine Reap Mentor. There's a late take out the trash. Could have been blue-black. I mean, there's just a lot of different directions, but... ultimately, we eventually just had to pick our lane, and this is kind of what we have. I don't think my mana can support this Hidden Grotto. I think I'd rather just have a colored source of mana here. This looks about right. 8/8 with a Mudflat Village. And we still need to play 2 more cards. Oh gosh. Man, I didn't think I'd get to a point where I don't have enough playables. I guess gosh, I don't know what to take here. I don't know what to play. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess I'll play this because it's a 2-mana creature. And do I want Bandit's Talent or Ravine Reader? I guess I'll take a Bandit's Talent. Whew. All right, well, this is not the ideal Squirrels deck, but we got a couple of cash grabs late with some Squirrels, with the Camellia, so hopefully that gets it done. We do have really good removal, and we do have a pretty good late game with the Camellia plus double Wick's Patrol, so I'm going to lean on that. The double Wick's Patrol is also nice with the double Bonebind Orator, because we have a little bit of self-mill, then which we can then use to get back, and along with the cash grab, so there's some synergies here. We certainly have a lot of filler as well. You typically don't get the perfect squirrel deck anymore just because people recognize that it's a really good archetype. I think if I were to look back at this draft, certainly could have looked at being either black-red or black-blue. Those felt more open from packs 1 and 3, but pack 2, both blue and red definitely felt cut. But it is what it is. This is our deck. Let's let it ride. Now, before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon is the link. I want to give a special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support, as it allows me to continue making all these videos and drafting all these mediocre black-green decks. The one card that I really wish I had was the Baker's Bane Duo. I passed the Baker's Bane Duo because I wanted to move into black and I took the Dazzling Denial. That one feels bad. That one was big. I do have kind of an unnatural love for that card. I kind of just want to take Baker's Bane Duo over everything. I just feel like it just does everything that I want. Am I alone? Who else is on Team Baker's Bane Duo? I know. This, it's a 2-drop, okay? I gotta play a 2-drop. What the? They didn't mill 2 in their black-green deck? What? Alright, so this is kind of the sequencing plan here. Next turn, play Cash Grab, try to find a land. I have a squirrel in play, I'll get a food. Then I'll play a land and cast Baker's Bane Duo. That is L plan. Leaving up a forest, of course. Can't attack into this Death Touch creature, but I have double Savor, double Nocturnal Hunger, Consumed by Greed. Like I said, this deck definitely has some filler, but it also has a bunch of decent synergies, which I do appreciate. I'm going to play this at instant speed. Actually, I should have played the land. If they have a Savor, I can kind of play around it. I don't want to trade my Cultivator for Daggerfang Duo, so I'll just pass. Oh, I should have sacked my... Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh well. Yeah, well, they had a Poly Wallop anyways. Good thing I didn't sack my food. Wow. What an amazing play by the YouTube content creator. Let's take the sentries. Happy enough trading Baker's Bane Duo here for Daggerfang Duo. I would have used it. I would have liked the Dire Sight in this deck. I have a lot of removal, trying to play a control deck. Want to hit my land drops. Vine Reap Mentor, huh? Alright, let us forage. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got a Wick's Patrol. If we draw a land, we can play that for sure. If not, I can just play Glide Dive Duo. I want to continue trying to put some pressure on. Ooh. This Daggerfang Duo doing so much work. But we're getting value as well. They could tick up the Hunter's Talent, and then Daggerfang Duo would have Trample, and they can trample over for damage, but I honestly don't care. I just want to get this Daggerfang Duo off the battlefield, so I am more than happy with this. Bandit's Talent. Interesting. I guess I'll just discard Cash Grab. Alright, I'll play Glide Dive Duo and beat down. That was a decent damage swing. Would love to draw land number 6. I mean, in a pretty good spot here, because if I draw land, that's great. If I don't, it's probably fine. Moonstone Harbinger. Okay, now I want to land really badly. Our Hunter's Talent has been ticked up here. Land would be so good! No! I mean, it was kind of land. It was a delayed land. I guess they probably don't have that much to do with their mana. They might just start ticking up Bandit's talent. And I didn't attack with the Glide Dive Duo, just like I said, because I had the Wick Patrol. I'd much rather just use the Wick Patrol here. Interesting, okay. They'll probably put a counter on the Harbinger, yeah. Okay. But 2-4 is just fine, but they're gonna draw a card off the Hunter's Talent. So that's really unfortunate. So I need to kill the High Spine Wolverine. And I can't attack this turn. I think that's better, though. Well, certainly better than them drawing a card every turn. Do they have, like, a Graveyard Exile card? What's taking them so long? I don't understand. Alright, let's kill the Wolverine. The thing is, they can trigger the Hunter's Talent if they really want. The way that they're going to have to do that, though, is attack with the Harbinger, give it +1/+0, and gain 3 life off of a food. And then I can just crack back for 11 damage. They should probably crack their food. Rust Shield Rampager with Offspring. Okay. Hey, they keep drawing cards. Not great. Not great at all. And a Baker's Bane Duo, sure. Wow, that was aggressive. Don't think I have any other play here, so let's go ahead and do that. We hit both Orators. Let's kill the Rampager. And attack, and attack, and attack. I want to put pressure on the life total. They can double block the Wix Patrol, or they can double block the Agate Blade Assassin. But then I could still just kill this Rampager randomly and get in for 8, and that would put them down to 5. They should have really sacked their food end of turn. I don't know what they're like. You have so much mana, just do the thing, you know? But it's okay. They're down to 5 life. Not going to play the land because they have Bandit's Talent. What cheap thing can I get back? So I can get back Tree Guard Duo, so that would have been the upside of playing a land, is if I draw land number 8, I can get back and play Tree Guard Duo for a potential surprise lethal attack, but I still have plenty to do. I can still just cast Nocturnal Hunger, play my land, use the Bonebind Order to get something back. Now, ideally, I get back either the Tree Guard Duo, or I can also get back Wix Patrol, and then use that to just continue having a huge army of just ways to just kill everything that they do, right? Because now, I'm very, very interested in using the Bonebind Order to get back the Wix Patrol, if that happens. Well, that's a Camellia. But I don't think I care about that so much. I'm going to just go Nocturnal Hunger. I'll lose some life. Let's kill the Harbinger and just beat down. How about that? I like that play. So, let's see. If they singular block this and block this, they take 8 and then have to sack the food. So yeah, this is actually kind of a free attack because they have to block both my Wix Patrols. If they leave my Wix Patrol unblocked and go to 8, they take 5 here and 3 here. I guess they can block this and block this. No, then they die. They can block... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they're super dead. Okay, Wick's Patrol in the late game with the double Bonebind Order. Just like I said, our late game is really, really awesome, actually. Double Cash Grab, double Wick's Patrol with double Bonebind Order. And we also have deck protection because we have the Order plus the Bark Harvester, the 3-mana 2/3. So if it gets to a point where we're churning through too much of our deck, boom, we play the Harvester, and then we just start putting whatever card we want to draw on the bottom of our library. All right, opponent on the play, and our hand is fantastic. 2 Swamps, a Forest, Saver, Baker's Bane Duo, Corpse-Bearer Cultivator, Bonebind Order. Absolutely love this hand. What is their 2-drop? If it's Life Creed Duo, I'm just going to kill it. If it's Jolly Gerbils, I'm going to be sad. It was Jolly Gerbils. It's fine. Turn 2 Duo into turn 3 Cultivator is pretty nice, right? I just turn 3, 3, 4. Zorline? Well, that's the rudest thing I've ever seen. I mean, there's no way they're blocking, so. I'm going to play the Lick out here and just to try to get some ramp going. How do they play a 2-drop and a 3-drop that doesn't die to Saver? That's kind of ridiculous. Cruel Claw's Heist. Oh, my hand isn't especially good. They gifted me a card and I drew a land, so I'm sad about that. Oh, and they have Jolly Gerbils. What a draw. Great draw from them. Can they cast it any time? Okay, they have a Saver up. And then they played Carrot Cake, which is quite good with Zorline. Alright, probably not winning this one. Just gonna throw that out there. They know that I have the high stride. But I might go for it anyways. Just because I'm so behind. Yeah, alright. Nothing to see here. Just a great draw and a great deck from a rank 195 opponent. We didn't have any of our removal. That was a beating. I mean, 2 for 1 there. Zorline, Carrot Cake. They could have actually... Oh, I guess they didn't have the mana to sack the Carrot Cake and also get it back. Yeah, our hand lined up so horribly against theirs. Like Savers, they just played a bunch of X3s, including the best Orzhov rare in the format. You know, that'll happen. Alright, this hand's okay. Turn 2 Order, I do need a bunch of lands. I do have turn 2 Order, turn 3 Brambleguard Veteran into Treeguard Duo if we draw land number 4. Our opponent played a Life Creed Duo in black-white. Oh no, red-white actually. Not going to use Nocturnal Hunger on that. Actually, we just have a really good aggressive curve here, right? Turn 2 Order, turn 3 Veteran into turn 4 Treeguard Duo. Probably pumping the Order, and that just attacks for millions. Actually, because they could have Sonar Strike. Well, if they have Take Out the Trash, I'm just going to target the Veteran. The only thing that kills this is Repel Calamity. Whereas a lot of removal spells kill the Bonebind Order. Yeah, okay, they had Sonar Strike. Like, yeah, Sonar Strike, obviously, if I target the order, it's better. But they also are representing Take Out the Trash, among other red removal spells. So I'd rather just try to get more damage in through the Veteran there. Why did this not... Okay. For a second, I was going to let them double block, and I was like, why would I do that? Alright, so we get them for 9. Next turn is going to be great. I just have all these ETB effects. Next turn, I go Wick's Patrol for a minimum of 3. Conduct Electricity, okay. We'll kill the Life Creed duo and just beat down. Just to have a 5-3 in play. And then I have a Bonebind Order, too, that I can use to get something back. Yep, this is a lot to deal with. And then, oh, if they block my Wick's Patrol, I can just get that back, actually. Or I can get back Brambleguard Veteran, because that puts them down to 3 if the Tree Guard duo connects. Really, really interesting what I do here. They have 3 cards. Do I just put a second 3-power creature in play? Or do I just get back Wick's Patrol? I'm gonna get back Wick's Patrol. I don't want them to play some random big lifelinker or whatever. Like, this just seems a little bit safer. Okay. Well, they knew what we were gonna do. Orator plus Wick's Patrol. Oof. I mean, Wick's Patrol by itself, like Wick's Patrol is the truth. That card is amazing, especially just because there's so many good incidental ways to recur things. You have the Orators, you have Consumed by Greed, you have Hazel's Nocturne. You just have a lot of graveyard recursion. Hazel's Nocturne is, I guess, not incidental. That's literally the main function. But all right, on the play here. All right, this might be a loose keep. Loose keep alert. Loose keep alert. I mean, I technically have a turn 2 play. It's not a very good turn 2 play. I have a Wick's Patrol. That'll get me back, right? Oh, okay. Playing against some frog shenanigans. Oh, look at that. See? Boom. 3-drop. Right on time. Now we're looking okay. We are looking okay. Sticky Tongue Sentinel, what are you going to do? Bounce the Crier? I'd love to draw a 4-drop. Alright, I will cast the Cash Grab just in case I find something that I can play this turn. That's a Bonebinder Order. I mean, it's not like the Barkform Harvester is much better. Yeah, let's put a little more pressure out there. Okay, Sticky Tongue gets in for 6. Don't have any blocks. They have 3 cards in hand. We don't have particularly good attacks. I want to keep up High Stride, so I'm not gonna tick it up again. Let's play defensively here, because we have this Wick's Patrol. guess they could have like a Polywop or something. Run away together, targeting the Tree Guard duo and the Bonebind Order. Okay. I mean, that's something. I'm gonna crack this food just to gain some life. And the question is, are we interested? Oh, I guess we have this too, right? And I don't really want to care about any of these cards here, so yeah, why don't we just tick this up and then play a Bonebind Order for like a maybe a double block even, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to attack. What am I doing? Sure. Okay, so that is a saver. Let's play Wick's Patrol. So it's for 3, sadly. I guess we'll just have to kill a Bellowing Crier. What do we have in our yard? We have a Camellia to get back. That seems great. I want this Bonebind Order to die. I mean, they're super dead. Yeah. Like, I had the Bandit's talent, and then I also had the ability to get back the Camellia. And I just wanted my order to die, which is why I kind of did it that way. I just have way better things to get back. 3-in-1! Black-green Wick's Patrol. We'll just call it Black-green Wick's Patrol. Even had a not great keep there, but still got there. Alright, we have hit rank number 50. We're on the draw with 3 Swamps, Bonebind Order, Nocturnal Hunger, Cash Grab, and Clifftop Lookout. I mean, certainly keeping this 1 Forest is all this hand needs, but Order plus Hunger on the draw is perfectly fine, so we have a lot of time to find the green mana. Let's keep. Drawing a double green card first is not ideal. Starscape Cleric. Okay. That is pretty good. Given that they played this, I might just give them a food. I'm not sure. Yeah, and black-white, like, this has to die. Although, I mean, I guess I can kill this. This thing's better. I have another hunger as well. They need to stop playing awesome bats. Please and thank you. Wow, so we've drawn... The land that we drew was a swamp. Kind of ridiculous. And then we drew a Tree Guard duo. Stop playing black-white signpost cards. I'm out of things to do now. I am literally out of things to do. Please. That is not ideal. Bandit's talent. Oh well. They should have probably sacked the food while they attacked. I mean, I don't know what else they have, but might as well. Oh, no, this... Never mind. This happens at any point. Some of these effects happen at any time, right? Like, some of these effects are like your turn only, but I guess not for this one. Hey, at least we get a spell out of their hand. Oh, we got a Saver. That's good and bad. It's like, what the hell is your last card? Alright, I take one there, and then I take another one here. They're at 20. Oh, they didn't sack the other food. Okay. I mean, come on! Give me a forest! This is a joke! This is a joke! Why do you do this to me, Arena? Why? I don't appreciate this. I kept a 3 swamp hand, and I've drawn 5 swamps. I have... what is it? 8 green sources, I think, in my deck? Or 9? Maybe I should switch. Maybe I should play one more... maybe I should play one more forest, because I have double cash grab and the Clifftop Lookout, despite having more black mana pips. So I think that was my mistake. Oh, Saver was not a bad draw. Come on. Why are they not sacking this food? Well, I mean, I guess I have to kill this now, so... there's probably a reason. Crumb and get it? No way. Oh, okay. Mabel's Metal's good. I really need a land here. Really need a land. Okay, I'm at 3. Okay, let's play Clifftop Lookout. Got me another swamp. And this is just a really rough hand. Like, yeah, this is just unfortunate. But I do think I made a small error in my mana base, and that I should have been playing one more. Okay. Warren War Leader, GG. Has that been your experience with Warren War Leader? Your opponents just play it and then you just lose? Alright, well, 3 and 2 sadly. But I will make that adjustment here. And do that. Alright, let's win 4 in a row. Easy. Okay. Adjusted our mana base just a tiny bit. Hopefully that ends up being good for us. So you see this forest that we drew right here? I'm gonna say that's the forest that we swapped. Okay? Well, what's wrong with my mouse? Okay. Well, we have both of the Wicked Patrols. So we are now playing the game of survive until we can cast Wick's Patrol, and things should be good. Now we do have a turn 3 Corpseberry Cultivator. We drew Mudflat Village as well, which is pretty nice. It's just another way to get back the Wick's Patrol. Bellowing Crier is good. What? My mouse is being weird. Alright. They discarded a Splash Lasher. Wow. Okay. Nothing to forage, but 2-3, Greater Sign 2-1. Go with that. Now we have 5 lands here, so... oh, and they missed? Wow. You love to see that. Too bad we didn't... I mean, we just drew 3 straight lands or something. Which is fine because we can play the Wick's Patrol, but I certainly would have loved to just draw another card. Wow, this is such an awkward start here. This is also kind of awkward. Do I just want to let this happen? Because I really want to play Glide Dive Duo. Sure. I have a Mudflat Village, we're good. I just feel like spending this turn to cast High Stride was pretty bad. So I'm happy with that, and High Stride should still come into play as a pretty decent combat trick. And by trading with a Cultivator, this guarantees that I'll have something to do with the Wick's Patrol. I guess I'll play Camellia. Then we'll just pass. One thing I didn't know about this card, it gives other squirrels menace. Didn't even know. All right, our opponent, we just played a complete non-game here. Sorry, Pigzilla. And we are now in the 40s. We have cracked the 40s. We're 4-2, so maybe we can crack the 30s if we go 3-0. That seems unlikely, but we can try. Okay, our opponent is on the play here. We have the Mudflat Village into the Nocturnal Hunger. I'm still going to keep because I still have 2 3-mana cards to play. So I think this is still fine, but of course, would love to be able to cast this Nocturnal Hunger at some point in the draft. Got the Wick's Patrol again. Turn 2 Raccoon Rallier is very scary. Okay. Well, the Mudflat Village does allow us to cast the Bonebind Orator, so gonna run that out. And then probably the Brambleguard Veteran will be next here. Hopefully they don't play an X3. Oh, this is... The last time my opponent played a Patchwork Banner in their Raccoon deck, I got absolutely destroyed. Will note. Okay. I'm going to keep the Orator back and play a more defensively oriented game because I have the Wick's Patrol in my hand. The reason being is if they play something big here and give it haste, I feel like it's going to be really hard for them to attack through both of these creatures that I have. Oh, wow. Okay. At least they couldn't play a second banner. Oh my gosh. That would have been ridiculous. They can give the Pathmaker haste, but that doesn't accomplish anything. They should probably just pass. Unless they have another combat trick. Yep. So our opponent playing well, unfortunately. This is the turn where I do feel... Oh, it's until the end of the next turn. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Okay. We are in lots of trouble. I take this back. I am going to keep up Nocturnal Hunger here. And then go Glide Dive Duo. That's the plan. I feel like they should probably just name Raccoon anyways. With this banner. They have to play it. And if they do, it's going to be incredible. I don't really have any way to kill the banners. So we are in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Hey, look. Well, that is a raccoon. Okay, my turn. I should kill something. I just feel like I need to use my removal. So... They have infinite lives, and I don't want to take any damage, so I'm going to gift the food and kill the thing that gives haste. And I can hit for 4, but that doesn't do much. Probably just best to play a Glide Dive Duo here. I guess I can actually attack here. I'll trade with the Baker's Bane Duo. I mean, it's kind of like trading a 4-4 for a 3-4, if you think about it. So, and that has the potential for attack for more. So, that is actually not a bad trade for me. Next turn, we can go Cash Grab plus Corpseberry Cultivator and Forage, which is pretty good. But we do need to do it immediately. Could use a land, but could use a Camellia. I will I will take Camellia. Let's see. What do I want to do? They have a bunch of mana available. All right. I'm going to attack with Glide Dive Duo. Oh, the Moose. God damn. That was just the most obvious Moose, too. They just passed with all that mana up. I am so bad. That was awful. Alright, well, we'll take 6 from the Moose. That was just the most obvious Moose ever. That's kind of how you know you're not playing your A game or you're a little rusty. You're like, my opponent has 6 mana up in the red-green deck. What can they have? Oh, probably nothing. Yeah, no, it's something. Okay, well, we're gonna have to try to go off with this Camellia. I can forage. Whenever you sacrifice one or more foods, make a 1/1 squirrel. Huh. Okay. I'm just trying to... I know I'm giving up a little bit more value here, but I'm just trying to grow everything as much as I can. They may have a removal spell here, but I'm going to go and try to pump all of my squirrels here. This gives 3 +1/+1 counters. Yeah, I just have to go for this. Let's remove lands and cash grab. And I can get that back with the Mudflat Village. And it's really hard for them to attack here with the Galewind Moose, so... Unless they have some absurd combat trick. Do I have any other 6-drops in my deck? I just have the Wick's Patrol, so... Oh, gosh. That is terrifying. It could be Overprotect, I guess. Conduct Electricity would be bad. But I'm at 13. I just can't let this hit me. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is just absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. I just have to hope I hit a Wick's Patrol here. Nope. We'll get the Pathmaker. There's an Overprotect. That is a bushy Bodyguard, and that's going to be huge. Yeah, looks like we're probably going to lose. I mean, that Galewind Moose was just so savage. Like, Polywallop is obviously bad there, but there's just not that many red-green removal spells that kills my 5/6. So I was just thinking I needed to triple block there just to try to get the Moose off the battlefield. And obviously, Polywallop or Overprotect are the two cards that really stand out, along with Conduct Electricity. So there's a lot, but I still feel like that was the correct block. Our opponent just had, you know, the perfect trick at the right time. This, the only preventable thing was just me not attacking with my 3/3. The Moose is in fact loose. The thing is, I can still find a remote. The thing is, they found a Bodyguard. They literally found a 4/3 and a 3/3 with the cash grab, which is pretty sickening. Like, all things being said here, it's pretty unreal. So now it's just like, what do I do, right? So I need to find a Nocturnal Hunger. I guess I have one to kill this. Yeah, this is just not enough. Block. Yeah, this is just not enough. All my creatures are too small. All right. Man, Patchwork Banner is an absurd uncommon. Like, my opponent just had a fine draw, but we just kind of ran into all of their tricks. And sometimes you just have those games where you're like, well, I hope... You have to play in such a way where you hope your opponents don't have the thing, and they had the thing. But despite that, I think, I think we made the most of what we could with our deck. We did have some power here in the Camellia and the Wix Patrol. I still maintain that Wix Patrol is very, very good, but obviously requires a little bit of a setup cost just because it costs so much mana. But I don't think that's kind of the reason why we necessarily lost. We had a decent curve. We had 4/2s with a couple of savers and some good removal. That last game, I think I just lost because I played poorly, right? Just attacking into it. And also, Squirrels wasn't super duper open, so we just didn't have all the ideal things to do necessarily. But, still finished with a 4-3 record, kind of breaking even on the gems there. The deck certainly could have been a little bit better. My biggest regret in the draft, like I said before, is just not being able to pick up that other Baker's Bane duo. I think that would have gone a long way for sure. It would have just gone so well with everything else that I have going on with my draft. I thought there was good synergies with the Wix Patrol, the Bonebind Order, and the Consumed by Greed, along with the Mudflat Village. I initially misbuilt my mana base. I should have had 9 green sources because Cash Grab does help you find your other colors. So just a couple of little things, but not necessarily playing all the cards that I want. I don't want to play High Stride necessarily or the Agate Blade Assassin. But outside of that, everything was still mostly fine, and we ended up just kind of losing. We just lost just because we lost the better decks, better draws, etc., and we were just not quite able to close the deal. But I still maintain that Squirrels is quite strong. I wouldn't have been shocked if this deck was able to find a way to make a trophy, but I would say I would have bet against it. But I don't think it was a huge dog just because we had the Camellia and the double Wix Patrol, which definitely goes a long way to ensuring that your deck can get trophies, along with double Hunger, double Saber, Consumed by Greed. So we had a lot of the pieces, just a couple of filler cards. But at the end of the day, that moose, the moose was in fact loose, and I will have some nightmares about that, at least for tonight. At least for tonight. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all of the patrons. And finally, this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for any Magic the Gathering singles or sealed product that you would like. And then if you want, and of course, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. And if you want premium Magic the Gathering supplies like deck boxes, sleeves, playmats, etc., check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. I still felt like this deck could have gone at least 5. Really disappointing finish, but hey, still ended up positive. Hopefully we can turn things around in tomorrow's draft video. Until then, I'll catch you then. That was not a good finish. I'll see you tomorrow.